Welcome to Inside Edge with me, Brian Thomas, reporting Go for Gold here in Sri Lanka. The happenings at the Melbourne Cricket Grounds on day 4 of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, now being played at the Melbourne Cricket Grounds, is turning out to be a fascinating game. Australia had a lead of 105 when India was ultimately bowled out for 358 in reply to Australia's 474. A lead of 105 was good enough, one thought, but the Aussies were in trouble. At one stage, there were 96 runs for the loss of 6 wickets as Bumrah banked 3 wickets back to back in 3 overs. Knowing the strong batting lineup of India, who have always chased well, there was panic buttons set in the Australian camp. But yet again, it was Pat Cummins and Labuschagne who came to the rescue. They stitched a wonderful partnership of 57 runs for the 7th wicket. Pat Cummins showing the world that the Aussie tail wags. He made another valuable 41, and Marnus Labuschagne contributed beautifully yet again with 70 runs. But the feature, though, was the last wicket partnership between Nathan Lyon and Scott Boland, who have made 53 runs as they batted for over 1 hour against some hostile bowling by the Indian seamers. And at the end of day 4, Australia 228 for the loss of 9 wickets, which means they do have a lead of 333. Now, one might have thought that the Aussies might declare and try and get the Indians in for about half an hour before close to play, but they certainly do have different ideas, and rightly so, because one cannot risk the Indian strong batting lineup. One expects Australia to bat at least for, let's say, half an hour tomorrow morning, because 96 overs have to be bowled. And I'm sure Pat Cummins will make 100% sure that they have the luxury of 2 new balls, one coming up in the first over. And of course, in the 80th over, they'll have the opportunity of taking the second new ball. The wicket was seaming a little bit in the morning, so the Aussies were in great trouble. But one lesson, I reckon, that the cricketing world would have noticed in this test match, the importance of the tail wagging. And that happened beautifully with Australia. Mind you, the last pair, the unbroken partnership of 53, has turned the game on its head, because once the game at one stage was in the balance. But basically, will India be bowled out tomorrow is a pertinent question in here. So let's have a look at the scores yet again. Australia 474 and 228 for 9 wickets. India were bowled out for 369, which means they conceded a lead of 105. And now Australia lead with 333 runs. Fantastic test match. Excellent bowling by India, no doubt. Great batsmanship, especially by Marnus Labuschagne, 70. Pat Cummins, 41, and Nathan Lyon wagging the Aussie tail with an unbeaten 41, with Scott Boland not out on 10. Very interesting test encounter now being played as we come to day 5 tomorrow morning of the Border Gavaskar Trophy in this all-important 4th test match. Going across to the Proteas, well, Proteas seem to be on a good platform right now. They need 82 runs with 6 wickets in hand, and the captain, Bauma, and Mark Bennington are at the wickets. We'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, I just want to remind all our viewers, look forward to Inside Edge with me, Brian Thomas, and Lakit Perish tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, when we'll give you the lunchtime scores on the 5th day's play of India versus Australia from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. We've had a gorgeous summer especially in Melbourne this morning. It was wonderful, sunny, bright, and beautiful. And also, we should have some sort of result, I reckon, in the South Africa-Pakistan first test now being played in South Africa. Scripts on the Pakistan-South Africa game and a mini script on the South Africa on the India versus Aussie game will be penned down tomorrow. So look out for that. And remember, Sri Lanka will play the second T20 against New Zealand in New Zealand after they, in fact, lost the first game by 8 runs to the grit of the Black Caps. This is Brian Thomas signing off and wishing all of you a very, very pleasant evening. And on behalf of Lakith and myself, thanks for listening. Bye for now.